This Sunday marks the solemnity of Saints Peter and Paul, these pillars and foundations of the church extending into the heart of the Roman Empire, Rome itself, and from there spreading out to the ends of the earth, right? These two pivotal players. And so our gospel is going to focus primarily on Peter, and Jesus talking about founding his church on the rock of Peter. It's a fascinating story up in Caesarea Philippi in northern Israel. It's Jesus' biggest object lesson. All right, this point is kind of lost on a lot of us today because we're not really familiar with what Caesarea Philippi looks like. In Caesarea Philippi, there was a cave that ancients thought they called it the gates of hell. They thought this is where evil spirits came in and out of the world. And in front of that was a rock, big, flat, rocky area. And on top of that rock was a temple, a church, if you will. And they thought if they performed their pagan rituals, they can keep the powers of hell at bay. And so this is where Jesus takes his apostles to ask them, who do people say that I am? And they give all these responses. And Jesus says, when Peter says, you're the Messiah, the Son of the living God, Jesus says, you're now Peter, you're rock. You're the rock, not that rock. And on you, the real rock, I'm going to build my church, not that pagan temple. And the gates of hell will not be able to prevail against it. So it's this big moving moment. And so for us today, there's a couple things to consider. One is Jesus took his apostles into the heart of cultural depravity and told them, you're going to change this. You're going to transform this. They won't have any power over you. So what are the problems in our culture that we are called as Christians to address, either directly or indirectly, right? So what are these challenges in our culture that we're supposed to change with the power of the gospel? And secondly, who do you say that Jesus is? When Jesus asks a question in the gospel, he's speaking to us today, right? And so who do you say that Jesus is? We've got all these answers that, some say Jesus is a good teacher, and some say he's a proto-hippie, and some say he never meant any of the stuff that we attribute to him, right? Who do you say that he is? Do you think that he's the Messiah, the Son of the living God? Do you think he's a character in a book? Right? Who is Jesus to you? This week, as we celebrate these pillars and foundation stones of this church that Jesus founded, who do you say that he is?